I can't believe that I'm in a place in my life where any sports team, let alone one I happen to somehow be a co-chairman of, has affected me this deeply. Like, I feel like there was a DNA change when we lived through that Boreham Wood moment and that match. I don't know that I'll ever be quite the same again. I live in a sort of constant, slightly perpetual state of elation. And I don't want to come back down from this cloud. Like, I genuinely just don't want to come down from the cloud.
No decision that we've made over the last 2 years hasn't kept the future in mind. So we never make a short-term decision. So any player that we've signed to at least a three-year deal, except for one. I
think his last name is Foster, young kid.
Foster, yeah. He's a fresh-faced young lad.
Rosy-cheeked, mercenary sensibility.
We're going to work on
operates with
him.
lead pipe cruelty. He's the guy. Yeah, we'll see.
He's the guy we're going to work on. But other than that, I think we have a very strong side. And if Phil says we need somebody else, then we'll do our best to go out and get him. It's interesting to see a lot of the media and press that's come out over our annual report from this past year, because it's not taking into account so many different things. And we don't respond to it because we know what the truth is, which is that the club is certainly on its way to becoming sustainable, and that's what our goal is.
Yeah, I think that ultimately, like any, business, you want it to, like Rob said, you want it to be able to self-perpetuate and continue growing with that. You don't want to lose money, but I don't think either of us are in this to make money either. So it's just about growing the best possible club and finding value in any place that we can find value, whether that's financial or emotional. Sometimes it can be indistinguishable.
We have all talked before about the high hopes of getting to the Premiership. Do you think that's something that you guys are still kind of aiming for, and do you think that's something that's possible?
Yes.
100%. Yeah.
Not even a pause.
No, I don't. Why? I don't understand why. It's sort of. Of course, our goal is to get to the Premier League. Why wouldn't it be? If we can do that, whether it takes 5 years, whether it takes 20 years, that's the goal. That's the mission. So yeah, if we can continue to grow the Wrexham's footprint at home in Wrexham and abroad all over the world. I mean, it's what an amazing story. What an incredible privilege to be a part of that story. Rob and I talk about it all the time. How do we continue to build every aspect of this? And it's just been utterly remarkable.
Thank you.
Yeah, I was just going to say the exact same thing. Thank you. Yeah, I mean, there's been so many. When we walk around the stadium, there are so many people that thank us for this, and I always say the same thing. I just want to thank them because it's been one of the greatest experiences that I've ever had in my entire life, and to be known and associated with Wrexham, like I mentioned earlier, just like walking my kids to school, and people say, I am so proud of that. I'm so proud to talk about Wrexham with my kids. I talk about it with my daughters on the way, and they're so immensely proud of that association, but just how much Wrexham AFC women's victory meant to my girls was everything. Like, to me, that's just been kind of the icing on an already pretty damn amazing cake. I mean, yeah, to continue growing the club. I mean, it's the club has these, two enormously valuable and wildly interesting branches. I mean, obviously the men's team and the women's team, and it's just to continue. I mean, the fact they're doing the work though. They've been promoted. They've won the league. They are astonishingly good. And also, I think one thing that we're really proud of is that they played in front of 9,000 plus fans, and there was nothing about that match that wasn't supremely entertaining. And I think that's the goal, is to have that be a sustainable model where the women's club is playing in front of wildly large audiences in the future as well. So
you can make the argument that what the women were able to achieve this year is more impressive than what the men were able to achieve. They have full-time jobs. The fact that next year we can elevate them to semi-professional and we can continue to invest in as they move up the leagues is something that's really
important. The goal being that their full-time focus and full-time job is, in fact, just the club.